Yeah, man, it's the one and only DJ Chase, man, Worldwide Sounds Records finest, man, the pregame party miss podcast on 20 podcast networks, Dynasty Radio, Monday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., Divergent Media Entertainment Radio, Monday nights, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., Triple Up ENT Radio, man, taking over the globe, taking over the world, man, on DJ Chase YouTube, DJ Chase TV, man. We got the one, we got the only, we got Just B in the building, Vegas finest was popping.
You know, it's your boy Just B. What's cracking, y'all, man? How you feeling, champ?
I'm chilling, man. I was just working on a mixtape. I'm getting back into DJing, so I've been kind of like working with artists and producing artists, but I got to get back on my DJ game because these artists are hella lazy. So I'm like, I got to get back on my individualism. I got to worry about myself to be my own boss. I can't focus on other people.
You got to. Now I got artists too. I ain't even gonna lie. I got a couple artists. Hey, shout out to my artist GMB Weezy. You feel me? That's my partner.
For sure.
So I definitely understand where you coming from, man. I feel like you just gotta find balance within it somewhere. You feel me?
Yeah, they don't want to work, and it's not like I'm sitting here trying to figure out how the game works. I cracked the code. Like I know how to get publishing. I know how to do all of that, and they still don't listen. So I'm like, you know what? If y'all want to just worry about Instagram, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that.
Everybody trying to be Instagram famous.
Yeah, like it's weird, dog. But enough about me, man. Just B Bradley was popping, yeah, man. So influencer, host, media, conglomerate, you know what I'm saying? All of that above, man. First and foremost, tell the people where you from.
Man, I'm born and raised in Las Vegas, Sin City, baby, 702. You know what it do. Hey, and you know what? I ain't even claimed that shit before, but I'm gonna claim it now.
Nah, that's good money. That's good money. Word up. That's good money.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm born and raised out here though, man. To be specific, I'm from the north. I'm North Las Vegas. You feel me? All my 004 homies love y'all.
For sure, man. Yeah, out here in New York City. I haven't even been to Vegas yet. I gotta go to Vegas. I've been all over the world, but never been to Vegas. So
I've been all over the world. I ain't never been to New York.
You ain't missing nothing. Ain't nothing here. Ain't nothing here.
You ain't missing shit in Vegas. Casinos, being broke.
That's New York. That's New York. That's New York. Yeah, that's New York, man. So, you know, we met through my guy Peter Later Boss. You know what I'm saying? You was a big fan of the podcast episode that we did, and you know, I want to get a little bit into your background. That's how I'll kind of start my interview. So, first and foremost, man, you know, you're in media. You got YouTube shows. You got cooking shows. Your personality. What made you say, you know what? How did I get started in this? How did Just B say, you know what? How did he get started in this game?
Oh man, the story is beautiful and I love to tell it, you feel me? So started about 6 years ago, I started with motivational speaking. I used to do little motivational videos, little 1 to 3 minute videos, but with nobody paying attention.
Yeah.
Then I started writing poetry and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do spoken word, but it was like Christian poetry, right? So I would go to like the little events, the little spoken word events, and spit my truth, but when nobody listened, when nobody hit me with the little, with no claps, with nothing, they just get quiet when I'm done. Like, damn.
Yeah.
So I'll leave every time. I just leave and won't talk to nobody. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then my grandmother got cancer, breast cancer.
Yeah.
And it sent me into a depression.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now let me throw this out there. I suffer from bipolar, depression, anxiety. I suffer from some shit.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just depressed, man. And then every day I was like on a mission that I wanted to die, bro. Straight up. Because it broke me to see everybody in my whole family call her Super Granny. To my grandma, right?
Yeah.
She like the superwoman of the family.
Yeah.
So to see her not being a superwoman was breaking me down, nigga. It was like my kryptonite. I was dying.
Yeah, I feel you.
You feel me? And then she beat it.
Oh, wow. That's what's up.
She beat it, and she was like, grandson, you should be a talk show host. You like to talk. And I was like, a talk show host? Like Maury? Jerry Springer? She said, yeah, like that. So I looked up talk show host. When I looked up talk show host, podcast came up. So then I was like, oh, what the fuck is it? I didn't even know what a podcast was as of last year.
Yeah.
You feel me? Only been doing this since May 15, 2020. 16 months.
Wow, 16 months. Yeah,
so,
you knew.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm like, what is that? And then the Joe Rogan Experience popped up. And I was like, who is this? It says he's the top. Let me look him up. And I'm like, yo, I really like
That's the big man. That's the big man. Yeah.
Bro, I watched 60 hours of Joe Rogan straight. That's 30 episodes, around 30 episodes straight that day. Boom.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that was February 15th of last year. And then I was like, you know what? I can do this, and I think I can do it better. He ain't got the personality I got. He don't got that charisma. He has fame, so he's already blown up. And then I literally took the next 160 hours. It took me from February 15th to May 15th, my lunch day, to figure everything out and learn everything about podcasting and audio and video. And I taught myself right then and there. And then May 15th, man, I just dropped it. And everything you see the blue, you see the pink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything about my entire brand is well thought out, planned. Everything is strategic. And I mean, that's how I started, man. I just went and I never stopped.
There you go. That's lit.
Every single day.
Well, man, we're gonna get you on that. We're gonna get you on that Zoom wave now, because you can do the interviews popping on the Zoom. I love Zoom doing interviews like this way.
I started off virtual.
Virtual, yeah.
StreamYard.
Okay.
StreamYard.
Okay, yeah. Copy. I gotta try that one. I'm gonna try it. Zoom is just so quick. I can do it on my phone, so I can be like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I know one of the questions that was brought up with Peter Lee, right? So because we was talking about like, how do people have so much time to spend on their cell phone, and then you know, and still be able to get their shit off as far as like podcasting, as far as working. Because I'm trying to figure this out, because I want to know, like, because even me, I got to work on a mixtape, I got to work on beats, I got to work on editing, I got to work on artwork. How the hell does everybody have so much free time to be on their phone all day? I want to know that.
Man, because the phone, you want to know me or everybody, in my opinion?
You can start with yourself first.
Okay. Myself is, okay, like, everything I do is media. Yeah. You know what I mean? I do have other companies under my umbrella that I do run, but they're still part of the Just Be enterprise. It's hard. It's hard to, I mean, it's easy to maintain. Yeah. You know, for me, because I make everything work for itself. So think about everything that you need for podcasting. All my other companies are things that you need. You know what I mean? Media, consultation, graphic design, website building, bio writing, everything you can think of, I do as a business in some shapes, you know, in some form. Yeah. So me being on the phone is natural. I don't have a 9-to-5 job that I go to. I'm an entrepreneur 100%.
For sure. I'm saying me. I'm working on that right now.
Yeah. So being on my phone is part of my job. So I make it easy. Gotcha. I'm constantly on my phone. Boom, 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 boom. All the non-stop, bro. Non-stop. Sometimes I gotta convince myself to put that shit down, because I'll be on it all day long. My go time on my phone is like 18 hours a day.
Damn. So let me ask you this question, right? Because I want to know this. Do you feel like it affects? Because I'm getting to that point now too. I'm starting to do more and more interactive. Because I hate to say this, like ain't nobody, like, I was so shy. I'm really shy, so I don't like people in my personal life. So now I try to figure out ways to kind of just like let people figure out, okay, how to introduce myself into my personal life. How do I do that? Do you feel like that being on that phone so much takes away from the quality of the product?
I feel like in our industry, we have to learn how to be a little less accessible. So yeah, being on the phone so much can take quality away from the product. I can agree to that. Yeah, for sure. And you know, do you like, let me ask you this question. Do you like the visual aspect better or the podcast aspect better, as far as straight audio, or do you feel like, you know what, the video is more is able to reach more people? That's a good question, but I feel like it's even. I feel like there's a balance in it. You know what I mean? Because I do video and audio, but I mainly do video. I mean, you've watched it. Yeah, so for sure. I do mine's more of like on a talk show, like on the old school TV when people used to watch TV still, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I feel like when you're at home, I want to create an atmosphere where when you're at home, you can sit there and watch my big ass personality. It's one thing to hear it, but to see it is a whole nother thing, because I'm animated. Yeah. You know what I mean? But then when you get in the car, I want you to be able to still finish that episode and just hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like it's a balance to it, but I prefer video. I prefer the video.
Copy.
I feel like even I can be myself a little better.
Yeah, man. And even like with me, because sometimes I'm like, I'm a DJ. I don't really, but you know, I know I need that extra podcast visual aspect to get books. You know what I'm saying? People love music and everything like that. That's all to facilitate. But I think like the way DJing has changed and evolved, I have to look at it in terms of, okay, it's evolved. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just making mixtapes and doing parties. Like, there's so many different ways as far as a DJ to branch out as a, you know, as a personality, as far as a podcaster, as far as even music. Because I was like, damn, how can I just do music and still put them, you know, still do the podcast and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? And you know, what's the hardest part you feel like, you know what, you say, okay, getting to the masses, what's the hardest part you felt that you dealt with so far as becoming a personality, as far as doing a podcast and as media as well?
I think the hardest part for me was finding organic supporters that keep coming back.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It's really, really hard to get people to pay attention and then want to come back to pay attention again. A lot of people are one-offs, two-offs, three-offs. They might watch 3 episodes. They might watch 4. But to get them to come back the next week and watch 4 again, I feel like that's been the hardest part for me.
Okay.
Absolutely. So,
copy.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and then I was going to ask you too, like, so do you feel like, you know what, what's the toughest part about getting people to come back? Do you feel like, in a sense of saying like, okay, which platform do you feel is most beneficial towards what you got going
on? For me, it's been Facebook. It has. You know, I've been up, but I started on Facebook. I started my virtual interviews on Facebook.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So Facebook has been the easiest for me to get people to come back because I've built a community with those people. And it's a lot of locals as well too. You know what I mean? So they know me out here.
Yeah.
So like, Facebook has definitely been the easiest to get people to come back. Then after Facebook, it's Instagram.
Okay.
People fucking watch me on Instagram. I don't know what it is, but YouTube is the biggest one to go watch.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get the same people to come back on YouTube because YouTube has become saturated. It's like the new search engine. It's like Google.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Facebook has been the easiest for me to get people to come back and keep that retention. You know what I mean?
And you know, being a personality, do you feel like, because my podcast is geared towards like music and entertainment and creatives itself, like when do you feel like, you know what, because you do poetry, do you feel like, you know what, it's a good way to integrate your spoken words, your poetry as an outlet with the music, like incorporating all of that? Do you feel like it's a good segue to do that, or your long term? Because it's a 2-part question. Because you, like I said, do you feel it's a good way to integrate that, and then as well as, is that your end game to do media on a bigger level?
Yeah. So with my show, I'm able to. Oh, hold on, I got a food order.
Hey, you good. People hit me up. I'm trying to get. You good?
Yeah, for me, so I've realized with podcasting, I'm able to include everything that I'm good at, poetry being one of them. You know what I mean? So when I'm on the show and I'm talking, a lot of the things that I say, a lot of the quotes and the gems that I give is just pieces from my poetry.
For sure.
You feel me? And then I do music as well, but I only do music that becomes the soundtrack to my show.
There you go. Yeah.
So everything that I focus on, self-love, unity, progression, every song that I make is for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, I definitely feel like podcasting and any other form of media can be another great outlet to get these things out in the world. You know what I mean? And as far as what was the second part? Repeat the second part for me.
And the second part is like your end game. So do you feel like, okay, you know what, your end game is podcast and media, or your end game is music?
My end game is media.
Media.
It's definitely media.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's music on the level that I'm managing artists. But it's definitely media, bro. I'm an entertainer. I'm a whole vibe out here.
Gotcha.
That's me.
Gotcha. Yeah, because that's why I was asking. Because that's why I did it in 2 parts. Because it's like, if somebody's listening, they're gonna be like, okay, well, what is his end game? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people are like, what's your niche? You see those people that do so many different things, you never know what the hell they do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like it kind of like puts you in a position of like, okay, writing your own ticket. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like monetary gain in Vegas, do you feel like, you know what, the podcasting is more beneficial for me, like as far as getting shows, as far as doing artist management, performing, selling records? Do you feel like, you know what, being in your environment, is it monetarily beneficial the way you've been doing it? Do you feel like it's beneficial monetarily to what you got going on?
As far as bread?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Gotcha.
Most definitely, man. Let me tell this to all the other podcasters in the world. You feel me? If you're a podcaster, and you make yourself available more than just a virtual interview online, you can get into any door. When you're the media guy, everybody lets you in for free. Yeah. Because they want you to expose what they got going on. They want you to expose their business. Yeah. So for me, it's easy for me to manage somebody because I get into every music event because I'm there as a host.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just bring my artists with me, and now they're there. Now I let it be up to them. Like, all right, now you in here, player. Now go handle your business. You feel me? But so I've managed to monetize it on every level. Virtually, I monetize it. Ads, ad space, promos, I monetize it. Sponsorship, investors. I'm at events. I do house calls. I follow you around and interview you. I do everything. For sure. If you want to do a fucking cooking show, let's do a cooking show.
Yeah, that was the episode. That was the clip that I was watching. I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like,
and that's that was actually for a barista for coffee. He makes coffee. He's a mobile coffee company.
Nah, that, you know what's funny? I wanted to start a tea company. I shouldn't even say it on here. I had found a tea supplier and I'm making teas, and I wanted to start a tea company, but you know, I got stuck with the music, and this was like a few years ago. I should have just did it when I had the time and energy to do it. But you know what I'm saying? You know, what's okay? So my shows also geared towards educating as well too. If somebody says, you know what, Just Be, how do I become Just Be? How do I get into media? What was to be the first thing you tell them to do?
Sit your ass down with the Just Be, player.
There you go.
I mean, besides that, because I also do consultations to show people, and you know, to get their mind in their you know, because it's a mind, body, spirit thing when you're really doing
for
something.
For sure.
So I try to get them prepared to be able to really go out there and pursue this particular industry, this particular passion. You know what I mean? So what I would tell everybody is, if you're shy, you can miss that shit. You need to get out of that ASAP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to get unshy, come sit down on the Just Be show, and I guarantee you, when you off, you ain't gonna be shy no more. I ain't gonna let it happen.
For sure.
But yeah, you definitely got to shake the shyness. You need to figure out how much ambition and drive you truly have. And you need to be honest with yourself. Put that shit on a scale, because that's gonna tell you how far you can really take it right now.
Definitely.
You feel me? Research and plan, strategically make moves. Because if you just go out there and be a wild child and just do that shit everywhere, and I'm telling you from experience, I've done it.
Yeah.
When you just go out there and just be a wild child of you everywhere, you're gonna lose your way. Then you're gonna have to find your branding point later on in your career, and that shit is gonna bite you in the ass.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? Yeah. I think I'm kind of going through that right now as far as like an overhaul, because I'm overhauling my brand as far as DJ Chase, like, you know, just get more DJ, because it's just like finding, because like in New York it's so tough because you got to go through so many different doors to get to just to get out the house, if that makes any sense. Right. So it's like you got to go through every damn door. So you try to, I'm an engineer. Okay. It's so racist. You got to get in those big studios. They don't let nobody black people in the big studios. You block with that one. You try to do DJ, and these promoters, they want to mess you over. Okay, you do beats. Okay, the artists don't want to pay for beats. It's always something in New York. So it's like, yo, it's always something. Yeah, it's always a door. You know what I'm saying? So it's like right now, even being independent, because I'm independent as hell. Like I'm always independent label, independent DJ, independent podcasters. I'm like, yo, I don't even charge that much, but you get so much promo for what I do. And I'm like, yo, this is my job. I got to edit the podcast. I got to, you know what I'm saying? Different things like that. And I'm like, yo, just, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? If you want somebody to do it's a service business, you know, it's a cash business, you know? And I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So, what's your favorite part about, being media? Like, what's your favorite part? Like, do you feel like, you know what? I love this. I love to express myself, but what's your favorite part about it? Like, what's your favorite part about doing media?
For me, okay. So when I was younger, bro, I was a cocky son of a bitch. I was arrogant, but at the same time, I had a reason to be. I was on my shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So being able to step back and see life through other people's eyes is the best part for me.
Yeah.
Because it lets me, it brings me, it grounds me. You know what I mean? Sure. So now I'm able to, like, I like to sit around and hear a person's vision, because I do videography and photography as well.
Copy.
So me sitting down and just listening to somebody else's vision and then giving them my input and us collaborating, and then me being able to deliver that for them to the world, that right there just touches me, bro. It's something about it. It's just, it's the expression, but it's not my expression. It's me being able to help somebody else express.
Got you, man. And you know,
I'm deep.
I'm with it. I love it. You know what is, because like my show, like I said, I really like conversation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be fake. I don't want my show to be honest. And you know, I get a lot of listeners, especially like on the radio show, and people really listening and tuning in and vibing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as far as dealing with artists, because I got to ask this question. What has been one of your pet peeves dealing with artists? Like, what's like one of the things that ticks you off about dealing with artists?
You know what? I think the one thing that, and you know what, my artist is gonna see this, and I'm happy that they're gonna see it.
Yeah.
You feel me? But my pet peeve, just so y'all know, is don't come at me and ask me to be your manager because you see my drive and my ambition, and I'm everywhere all the damn time, and then your ambition don't match mine.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, wait a minute, you still the artist. Just because you have a manager or a talent agent or somebody booking your shows or whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean, does not mean you get to sit back and be lazy. We ain't doing all the work for you. You got to do the work for yourself. We're just here to help you manage the work after you do it for yourself. That's a pet peeve of mine. Like, if you ain't willing to work just as quick as you hired me to be your manager, I'll quit.
There you go.
Straight up. The money, it ain't, sometimes the money ain't worth it, bro.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
That peace of mind is worth it.
Yeah. And I'm learning that the older and word up, real talk. And it's funny because, yo, bro, now you spitting real talk. Like, if you know what I'm saying, like, even in me being in New York, I had to learn that last year. Like, I used to do things DJing out of necessity, and I was getting so burnt out. Like, yo, trying. Because I'm a Cancer, so I'm always trying to believe in people, and you know what I'm saying. It's just in my nature, and I'm like, yo, I can't keep doing this. I'm not gonna burn in hell for cutting niggas off. Like I just like, listen, I'm not gonna burn in hell. Sometimes I just be like, yo, listen, I can't deal with it. Even like today, I just like, yo, this week I really been on my grind. I got a manager now. I got somebody to really like, okay, Chase, do this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and even on top of all the expertise that I have, I'm like, yo, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, and before we get out of here, man, because we could do this all day, man. How can people say, you know what, Just B is that guy? How can I reach Just B as far as my consultation? Like, what can Just B do is say, you know what, how can I get him for my consultation, and what does he do?
Man, let me tell y'all what I do, right? So I have a bunch of different, let me get my notes so I don't miss out on that shit. Yeah. I got my assistant watching me on my phone. She looking at me like, yeah. So what I offer, you know, is I will show you how to. I'm really good. I think my best skill is people. Relationship building with people. I'm really good at reading people, figuring them out, seeing what they're missing, what they're lacking, what they need, what can possibly benefit them in the future. Yeah. The right now is cool, but you're obviously coming at me because you want to learn how to be better further down the line. So I'm really good at creating that. So the way and I do it all through media. I call it the main package is the Just Be experience. Right? Don't be trying to steal my ideas out there, y'all. But if you because you ain't gonna do it like that.
There you go. There's only one Just Be.
It's only one. You know, there's only one DJ Chase. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we have the Just Be show, and I put for the consultation, I make you go through all these steps. You see what I'm saying? It's seamless how it works. You can go through one step at a time, but you might as well go through the whole package. This is what is going to happen. I'm going to put you on the Just Be show. The Just Be show, I'm interviewing talented friends and people on the rise. We're going to talk about where you been, what you're doing right now, where you going. That's the icebreaker. You gonna know me at that point. Now we friends.
Yeah.
You feel me? Then after that, I'll call it the pull-up. The pull-up is another piece of the package. That's when I come interview you. No matter, you can, if you're at an event, you're having an event. I pull up to your event and I get a testimony from no less than 10 people at every single event. Now you know, oh shit, and I'm gonna include you in that shit. So you're gonna get an interview at the event. Now you've been on a personal show in a studio. Now you're in an event around people and you're doing an interview again. So by this time you should be good now. And then I'm gonna do a day in the life of. So a day in the life of DJ Chase. I'm gonna follow you around for 12 hours max, or minimum. 4 hours minimum, 12 hours max. Within that time frame, you're gonna go about your daily routine, whatever the fuck you choose to do that day, and I'm gonna just follow you around and interview you the whole time.
Yeah.
Now you're in your own comfort zone, in your own world, being your completely self. Just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And we're still interviewing. Now you got 3 different kind of interviews, 3 different environments. And then I'm gonna hit you with the house call. House calls with Just Be. I'm gonna pull up to your office, your studio, or your home, where now you're working, but you're extra comfortable. And I'm gonna interview you again. You feel me? And then I'm gonna hit you with the let me see. Let me see is like a reaction video type deal. A sound. It's like, let me see what you got. You know what I'm saying? So now you on my show, and now you're like, now you sending me all your good shit. All right, I do this, and I'm gonna give you my brutally honest opinion. And I don't do what you do, so it's gonna be, it's neutral. It's I'm not doing it. You're an artist, I'm an artist. I don't think that's a fair reaction. You know, but I'm a podcast host and you're an artist. I'm gonna tell you if this shit garbage or not. Period. Flat out. Word. For sure. So that's the whole experience. And then at the end of it, we're going to sit down and have lunch or whatever the fuck. I'll pay for it, you pay for it, however we do it. And I'm going to just talk to you like a regular person. Because if we haven't built a bond in a relationship after these 5 experiences, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You need to go somewhere else and get a consultation. but after all of these experiences and all of these different agendas that we've hit on that consultation, now we really have built a bond. And now I can really tell you, like, this is what I've noticed that I can probably help you in this way. And then we'll cater to a plan. We'll create a plan of action. And then after that shit, you better hit the road, Jack, because now it's time to go get it.
There you go.
You know, and if y'all want to find me, I mean, it's literally the Just Be Show. TheJusbSho on any platform. If you don't see me on a platform, let me know.
There you go.
And I need to be on it. And you can send me a DM to anything. And I have a personal assistant. She'll jump on there and she'll make sure I get the info and we'll make it happen.
There you go. Just Be my guy. You know, who are you feeling right now? What platform? The last question of the night is, who are you feeling as far as what platform you feeling? Like, is it, because I know Vegas is definitely different than New York. So who you feeling right now as far as like what you're doing as far as your not competition, but who you feeling is doing the same lane that you're doing? Who you feeling right now?
As far as a person?
Personality. A
personality. Who's doing what I'm doing? You know who I compare myself to?
Who's that?
Ellen.
Wow. Okay.
Ellen. She got the biggest personality in the game.
Definitely.
I'm sorry. She's just so free, like, and she's always helping. And the way that she puts her show and her personality out there is on so many different levels. But it's hitting all categories. So, you know, I like to say, like, I'm transparent, but I'm colorful like a chameleon. I fit in. Nigga, I hacked the system.
Word, man. And on that note, my guy, Vegas Zone, the big boss, man. Just Be was popping, my brother, man. The Just Be experience, man. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And I can't wait to get on. I can't wait for you to pick my brain on your show. You know what I'm saying? We gotta set that up soon. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll send you my bio, everything like that. We just link up, man. Shout yourself out. Everything. Well, you already kind of shouted out, but shout out again one more time, L's platform.
Oh man, let me give him the original. Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Just Be, man. I'm the celebrity podcast host of the Just Be Show. Yo, make sure you tap in, tune in, and get with the program when you're talking with your boy. When you come on my show, you gotta be here. We're gonna talk about self-love, unity, progression. Where you come from, what you're doing right now, where you going. I want to know all of that. And then we're going to motivate the masses, man. I focus on smiling, laughing, and motivating everybody. I want everybody to inspire one to inspire all. Just be your best self, man, and just continue being better than yesterday, man. I say that shit everywhere all the time. It ain't going to never change.
There you have it, man. It's Just Be, man. The Just Be experience, man. Vegas' own media personality, a musician, manager, consultant, all of the hats of the above, man. Is DJ Chase, the pregame Party Miss podcast on 20 podcast networks, Dynasty Radio, Monday at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., Divergent Media Entertainment Radio on iHeart, Live 365, man. Is DJ Chase, YouTube, DJ Chase TV, DJ Chase TV.
It's official. Come on. Locked in with DJ Chase on the pregame Party Mix Podcast.